Good morning. Right, I thought I would do a quick video on visitors because again, there's a lot of videos going around on social media of taking a dog up, and again, you know, one of my pet hates is setting a dog up for failure and then deliberately applying a correction. Not really a fan of that when we've not taught anything. So here I'm going to show you a couple of ways to handle visitors. Now obviously I've got Ken, my stooge person, over there because I have no real friends. So I've got Bliss here. She's not really a jumper up, so if I get a dog at some point where I can show you this in more detail, then I will. But effectively, what the trainers that are showing corrections or punishments to do is they are just walking straight up to the visitor, setting the dog up to deliberately jump up, and then they are giving, again, either they're on a prong collar, slip collar, even an e-collar, and so when the dog jumps up, they're then giving it a yank, a shock, so on. There is no need to do that. What we need to do is train the dog what we want it to do instead. Okay, so here's the first couple of methods. Now, obviously, I could say I could take Bliss straight up there. She's probably not going to jump up, so there's no point saying, oh, look, this is a dog that jumps up. But what I will do is I will bring Bliss to here. Thank you. Get a focus on me, and we'll maintain a safe distance away from, obviously, the visitor. Good girl. When she focuses, I will offer a piece of food. The food is for two reasons. One is to mark and reward the correct choice of being focused on me. Thank you. Or for disengaging away from the visitor. And you'll notice I'm snapping these down into, you know, the tiniest of pieces, so I can give her lots of communication. But it also tells me which systems engage. So without going too geeky, but parasympathetic nervous system or sympathetic. If she won't take food, she's too stimulated, which means you cannot really go closer. But if she's calm like this, I can then move closer, still maintaining that focus, reward in position, come a little bit closer. Good girl. I can then, you know, good. Thank you. And then I can offer the visitor to say hello. Good girl. And then what I'm looking for is loose lead, bring her away. But the key thing with bringing her away, okay, is that I can then bring her back and she can say hello again. Okay. Then I can bring her away again. And then I can bring her back again. Now, if she was to jump up, okay, so again, I don't like training in the situation, so I like to try and prepare for it. So I set her up for success, or I'll go in small stages. And day one with a dog that's jumping up, they may never get that close, okay? They'll get rewarded for these steady processes, but it's all about going at the dog's pace, not ours, and not, obviously, the human guardian, okay? Our job as a trainer is to train with you to train your dog. It is not to satisfy the human desire to have something, the dog do it exactly as they should do according to what we think, okay? Slight difference in how we view it. But if she was to jump up, all I would do is I would calmly bring her away. So if it's in the house, and then she would be just moved into the living room for 5 seconds. Then I would just bring her out, no pulling, just very calmly, and then bring her back out. Then I would give her another chance. Good. To get it right. Then can interact, say, look, same haircut. Interact with me, and then they can say hello, they can give her a piece of food, then we can move off into the living room. Good girl. Now, very quickly, show you a second approach. The second approach is to set her up with a job to do when you have a visitor. So here I'm going to use our hop it up game, where she's going to go onto a boundary. Now, I've taken her off lead for this, but again, if your dog is a jumper, Blissy, I know you know what to do. So again, Bliss is trained. Okay, so I'm not trying to say that this is an untrained dog. Bliss is trained. Okay, but she would be on a Bliss. I know you know what to do. She would be on a long line or a puppy line. I'm going to let her go. So good girl, because as I said, Bliss is trained. She knows what to do. But this would be the boundary game, and I would have her in position. Now, obviously, I would have this and me be between the visitor and obviously bliss. And the idea would be that she'd be on the boundary, being a good girl like she is. I can then, oh, you found it, girl. Well, if you move your bum, you got it. Good girl. So then what I can do is I can do games of disengagement away from the visitor. Yes, good girl. Okay, go. Good girl. Then she can come back, and then I say I can let the visitor interact with her in a much calm way. Again, if she was on a house lead, if she was to jump up, I would just very calmly walk her away, give her a 5-second sort of break. And that in itself, let me explain, would be negative punishment if it worked. Okay, and I say that if it worked. So if she jumped up and I removed her, okay, so I'm removing her from the situation, the jumping up gets less, then that's negative punishment. I am taking something away and the behavior is decreasing. That is the harshest punishment you can actually deliver to a dog, is the removal from something that they want to get to say hello to. You know, think about kids. We take the mobile phone off them, take their Xbox, PlayStation. Don't let them go and see the friends, all those. But it means you don't have to apply harsh corrections, harsh leash jerks, shocks, prongs, you name it. You can just teach your dog how you want them to interact with a visitor. But I will try, because obviously I'm very conscious that, you know, I've trained Bliss how to interact with visitors. Obviously Ken here is a special case, and she's met him before. So, you know, but that's how you would do it. So I'm hoping that helps explain how you can do it without the need for deliberately setting your dog up to fail, to apply a harsh correction, in the fact of basically going to the dog. See, told you, that's what you've got to do. You know, it doesn't matter whether you offer a reward on the other side. If the thing that you do is severely unpleasant and can or may inflict pain or discomfort, why would we? If you can just calmly take her away, then bring her back in stages, why wouldn't you? Okay, why wouldn't you choose to do that as a decent human being, to teach the dog what you want to do? Okay, hope that helps. Have a go, let me know. Good girl.